I am Chris G. Ibul Bajaon, BAL3, Batch 1. This afternoon, I'm going to present the definition of the curriculum. Curriculum can define as curriculum as a list of subjects, curriculum as learning experience, curriculum as intended learning outcomes, curriculum as planned learning experience, curriculum as a discipline, and curriculum as context or subject matter. So first, you are going to discuss the definition of the curriculum as a list of subjects. This definition suggests that curriculum is the permanent or the traditional subjects offered in the school curriculum, just as mathematics, language, science, music, art, and others. The second one is the curriculum as learning experience. This includes students' curricular and co-curricular activities and the learning experience they encounter inside or outside the schools. It also includes the hidden curriculum, or those things learned by the students as a result of their experience in the school with their peers, schoolmates, teachers, student staff, or the values they learned from the school programs. The third one is curriculum as intended learning outcomes.
Good day, everyone. My name is Geraldine Andos, and my topic is all about the different types of curriculum. There are 9 types of curriculum. I will be reporting the 5 types, and the 4 types is to be reported by my companion, Mrs. Rosemary Almerol. Okay, the 5 types are, the first one is the ideal or recommended curriculum. So, ideal or recommended curriculum is the name given to the curriculum construed by the educational stakeholders at the national level. It is more general and usually consists of policy and guidelines. It actually reflects the impact of opinion shapers, such as policymaker or educationalists. So, for example of these are building of self-confidence, creating a fun-filled learning environment, learning the relaxation response, visualizing success, and using music and rhythm, using stories, poems, art, dramas, and dance. The second one is the written curriculum. So, written curriculum is the curriculum that is sanctioned and approved for classroom delivery. It represents society's needs and interests. So, it translates the broad goals of the recommended curriculum into specific learning outcomes. So, the third one is the implemented curriculum. So, implemented curriculum is the actual teaching and learning activities taking place in school through interaction between learners and teachers, as well as among learners. How the intended curriculum is translated into practice and actually delivered. Okay. The fourth one is the achieved curriculum or learned curriculum. So, achieved curriculum is refers to the learning outcome achieved by the students. So, learning outcomes are indicated by the results of the test and changes in behavior, which can either be cognitive, affective, or psychomotor. So, learned curriculum is most important of us because without it, all of the previous curriculums would be pointless. The fifth one is the tested curriculum. Tested curriculum is consists of the portion of the curriculum over which a student is tested by a national norm reference test and teacher-made test. So, and the tested curriculum then becomes the measure of the school success. That's all, and to be continued by Mrs. Rosemary Almirol for the 4 types of curriculum.
Good day everyone, I'm Rosemary L. Almirol, PSC student, BED 3 Batch 1. My report is the continuation of Geraldine's Andos report. about the different type of curriculum, which is entitlement curriculum, supported curriculum, null or censored curriculum, and last is hidden curriculum. Entitlement curriculum, it refers to what the people or the general society believe that learners should expect to learn in the educational system for them to become good members of society. Then, supported curriculum refers to the curriculum that is reflected on and shaped by the resources allocated to support or deliver the official curriculum. Then, null or censored curriculum, this refers to various curriculum, contents or topics that must not be taught to the students. Then, hidden curriculum, this refers to various skills, knowledge, and attitudes of the students learning in school as a result of their interactions with their students, with other students, staff, and faculty members.
Good day everyone, I'm Ana Lucarino reporting the Curriculum Foundations. The curriculum development scholars like Taylor in 1949, Taba in 1962, Isner in 1985, Saylor, Alexander, and Lewis in 1981, Sowell in 1996, and Tanner in 2007 generally identified the three categories and sources for curriculum foundation. First is the psychology, studies of learners and learning theory. Second is the sociology and anthropology.
Good day everyone, my name is Chanan Sigat, BA3 Batch 1. Our topic is all about curriculum conception. So curriculum is an important element of education. Aims of education are reflected in the curriculum. In other words, the curriculum is determined by the aims of life and society. There are 6 curriculum conceptions. First is academic rationalist conception, considered as the oldest among the curriculum conception, as raises the importance of the different body of
Morning everyone, I am Luni Bulak Pahay Junior Education BL 3 Batch 1. Okay, this is the continuation discussion for our partner Miss Juna and Sigurd. For our task for this moment is to discuss the technological conception and electric conception. First is technological conception. It examine how a project can be concretized or how it is possible to conceive to produce operative ideas that can be directly asked. Okay, for example of technology, whether it is practical like washing machine, tumble dryers, refrigerators, car, flooring materials, and windows. For leisure like television, Blu-rays, games, and reclaiming chairs or toys. All those things are examples of technology. But what are the benefits of using technology? These are the advantages of using technology. First is easy to access information, save time, easy to mobility, better communications, improve banking, and last one, better learning techniques. And that are the examples of technology. But first, let's proceed to electric conception curriculum. So what are the conception of the curriculum? A conception of a curriculum can be used to look at a curriculum through various viewpoints. It is simply a way to see how a curriculum is defined. When you're looking at a curriculum, it is focusing on a social, cultural needs, the individual needs, or the subject matter. So when we say electric conception, a curriculum workers find themselves with aligning their ideas with two or more curriculum conception. And we have the element of curriculum. We have two elements of curriculum. First is the curriculum intent. When we see the curriculum intent, the direction that curriculum developer wish to go. It includes the aims, goals, and objectives. The second one is the second one of elements of curriculum is curriculum and content. When we see curriculum content, the different topics covered in the curriculum. Okay, that's all for our discussion for this moment. Thank you and God bless us all.
Good day everyone, my name is Charlene Esalisri, PE3 Batch 1. This time I'm going to report the elements of a curriculum. We have 4 elements of curriculum. First, curriculum intent.
Good day everyone, my name is Ridley Gabing, grade 3 Batch 1, student from PEC, Philippine Admin College. This is a continuation of Ms. Darlene illustrated report. Third elements of curriculum is learning experience. Number 1. Learning experience include all instructional strategies for the curriculum. This may occur in the form of activities, strategies, methods, or approaches that are useful in implementing the curriculum or the teaching the content. Number 2. Evaluation include the different ways that tool use by evaluating whether or not the curriculum intends for realize evaluation tools are also used to evaluate the performance of the learners after they undergone the curriculum. Thank you. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Grace Marbolado and my assigned topic is the references of understanding curriculum. So, these are the references of understanding curriculum. First is the Beauchamp J.A. 1982, Curriculum Theory, Meaning Development and Use, and Theory into Practice, number 21.1, pages 23 to 27. Next is the Dahl R.C. 1992, Curriculum Improvement, Decision Making, and Process, 8th edition, Boston, Allen and Bacon. Next is Near E.W., 1985, The Educational Imagination and Design and Evaluation of School Programs, 3rd edition, Upper Saddle River, Prentice Hall. Next is Marsh C. 2004, Key Concepts for Understanding Curriculum, London, Routledge, Palmer. Next